Hi, my name is Shannon and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I want to share some of the most impactful fragrances in my collection. And what I mean by that is fragrances that are perfect for that holiday party occasion. So I'm talking about fragrances that are complex and nuanced and they stand out when you walk into a room. So not only do these ones perform very well, but they smell incredible. So if you're really curious what they are, then just keep watching. The first fragrance that's going to make an impression when you walk into a holiday party is none other than Initio's Narcotic Delight. I just sprayed this fragrance, and to me, this is a cold weather fragrance. So this is something that's like kind of been on the shelf, haven't really pulled it out much, but the bit of spiciness in here, which is incredibly smooth. There's a little bit of pink pepper, there's a little bit of black pepper, but incredibly smooth. But you get this spicy cherry tobacco. Oh my gosh. And I don't know how to really put this in other words, but it's slightly like creamy in a way. So it's blended to perfection. The cherry, there's some cognac. So this is like spicy and boozy and cherry. It's so decadent. And I do feel like for people that are sensitive to tobacco, I still think that this is a very wearable tobacco. You have to like a little bit of that spiciness. But yeah, this is very sultry. This is just super decadent cherry fragrance. And this is one that if you're in a party setting, if you're in a group setting, I feel like this would kind of make an entrance, make an impression when you come in. So definitely check out Narcotic Delight. The next fragrance, you guys are going to be so sick of me talking about this, but it is probably like it's got to be my one or two top for holiday fragrances. And I'm talking about Angel Share. This is going to be, I think this is airing after Thanksgiving, but this will be my Thanksgiving scent. So this is more apple pie and spices, cozy. It's still boozy, but it's super cozy. I do think this is still like, it could be seductive, but for me, it's a little bit more of like family gathering. And I love making apple pies for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be doused in this and I'm going to be coming in with apple pie. So nobody will really know where that scent is coming from. But I heart this and it's just a favorite of mine during the holiday season. I love wearing it to family gatherings. I'll probably wear it more again around Christmas time too. So Angel Share is just a staple. The next perfume just puts a smile on my face. This is Baccarat Rouge 540, and this is the Extrait. I probably didn't need the ginormous bottle, but it shows you how much I love this. And it's a little sad because I just had to clean off some dust, which means I need to wear this more. But the Baccarat Rouge Extrait is on another level. Like, I don't even actually own the original. I don't think it smells bad. I like it. But when I smelled this, I was like, yeah, I really don't, I really don't need the original Baccarat Rouge 540. This has the addition of almond and it's like deeper. And this, I just sprayed this on my hand and it's comforting. It's a nostalgic smell to me. And when I think about holiday party and making an impression, I like to be able to smell my own perfume as well. So I don't want to spray something on and then leave the house and I never smell it again the rest of the evening. So this is one that you know it's going to perform. You know when you put this on, people will smell you. And I guess in my, especially like most of the holidays I spend with my family, most of my family circle, like they're not going to know what Baccarat Rouge 540 smells like. I understand that if you are in certain circles, you might smell like everyone, but for me, this is still special. So maybe if you're looking for something unique, this is not it. But for me, it's one of my favorite holiday occasion fragrances. You'll see a few themes here. And this next fragrance, Ambre Rubis, this is from Houbigant. And this is, yes, it's another cherry fragrance, but this has to be my favorite cherry fragrance in my collection. And I have Duchessa, I have Cyrene. I love those, but Ambre Rubis just, it packs a punch. This is a strong fragrance. At the top, you have these beautiful red berries, a little bit of orange. There's incense in here. It's a very dense and decadent cherry. And what I like about this fragrance is I feel like, to me, cherry is the star of the show, and it's very strong. It's very long lasting. I think this would be an amazing party or gathering type of fragrance because you will be able to smell it. I feel like people are going to smell that like on your clothes and as you're walking around. So that's the type of scent that I'm usually looking for. If it's more of a party setting, depends on the occasion, but if it's for fun time, it's like I want to make an impression. And so this one, when I'm pulling for a cherry fragrance, Narcotic Delight, I stand by that. But I'm just saying Ambre Rubis is another one that's just deep and decadent. It's so good for that type of gathering or party setting. Up next, I have Café Tabac. This is from Aedes de Venustas. And if you are a fan of Tobacco Vanille, that is the mainstream version of this fragrance. So if you take Tobacco Vanille, which I would say leans more vanillic, there's still that sort of dry green tobacco leaf in that fragrance. Café Tabac gives you this dry, gives you more like dried fruits and tobacco, but it's a very dry tobacco. It's green. It does have, and I really like this. It does have a little bit of that. It smells like tobacco. And this was inspired by, I think it was like a smoking lounge or something. So you are getting some of that smoke almost edging on cigarette smoke, but in a very sophisticated, refined, like this is a very, very, oh, it's so unique. I love this fragrance. And I recently was testing this and I was testing Tobacco Vanille side by side. And I was like, I don't think I need both. Café Tabac just gave me this wow factor that I wasn't getting from Tobacco Vanille. And I have had multiple samples of Tobacco Vanille and I never purchased a bottle. And then I smelled this and this was just like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted from Tobacco Vanille. So I don't know. I haven't worn this a ton since it's new. So I'm not sure in terms of like projection and like, oh, everyone's going to notice you. This is definitely one that does, like when I tested it, it stays on skin, it stays on your clothes. In terms of being a Baccarat 540 where it's like goes into the room before you do, can't vouch for that, but I do know that this type of fragrance lasts quite a while. So if you like a really true dry tobacco, you like that with some fruits in here, definitely check out Café Tabac. It is worth checking out. The next fragrance, yes, yet another tobacco fragrance, but I'm telling you, this is a stunning tobacco licorice anise inspired fragrance. And it's new to my collection this year, and it is a powerhouse. You have this beautiful like orange and licorice note, anise at the top. So it really does smell like you can really get that licorice note. You can smell the tobacco coming through. There's a little like dusting of cinnamon in here. I don't know that I get that. I think the licorice is probably overtaking it, but you maybe get a little something spicy. Then you've got that like leather and cypriol at the base, but it's very sweet. It's like rounded and this is very attractive. And I do feel like this is a fragrance that if I was wearing this at a party or if I was wearing this around other people, they would be curious. They would say, that's really intriguing. It's a very intriguing, very kind of mysterious scent, beautifully blended. I think it's appealing, but I also think it has that mysterious edge to it. So I do think that Havana Gold is a stunning, just a very standout fragrance. I don't know how I have not worn this perfume in a while, but it is a masterpiece. It's one of the masterpieces from Amouage, in my opinion. This is Overture Woman. This is a very interesting scent. This has a lot of complexity. This has some brandy and apple, which definitely comes through at the top. There are some heavy notes in here. There's a lot of saffron. It comes off more saffron to me than leather. I don't even know. I think there's probably like myrrh and frankincense in here just because it is an Amouage fragrance. But it's another one. It's likable and sweet in a way, but it's intoxicating and it's interesting. And I love that for that kind of you can come at me. Angel Share is also on this list, but I love these fragrances that smell different because I also like to smell different than other people in the room. And I am kind of a fragrance person, so I always want something that's kind of niche and nuanced and interesting. This one is definitely that, not blind buy safe whatsoever. I will also say that when I started my perfume journey and I was started sampling in the beginning of my perfume journey, I did not like this. I tried this and it's not something that's mass appealing. It's Amouage. So give it a try if you like something that's interesting and nuanced and different and you like an apple note. I definitely get boozy apple with a lot of saffron. I think this is lovely. And I think it's also very unisex. I think men, women, I think anyone could wear this and smell amazing. I have one more to share with you. I could not end this video without an amber fragrance. I feel like the note of amber just feels very elevated. It feels very sophisticated. And I'm going back to a classic. This is Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. This is a powdery, ambery vanilla. It's definitely got that little dose of lavender. I do smell that in here. This is very crowd pleasing. A lot of the MFK fragrances to me are very crowd pleasing. I feel like you can wear them and you just know that people around you are going to like how you smell and you're going to smell great. They're maybe not the most like out of the box niche crazy fragrances like some Amouage or some of the other ones like Cafe Tabac. That's going to be more dark and edgy. But this is a beautiful vanilla amber. Like I said, got that little bit of touch of lavender in there. But this is another one that's just beautiful. I think it's a wonderful special occasion scent. That wraps up my video for some of my favorite party, holiday gathering, just out and about. I want to feel special. Maybe I want to just, get noticed, start some conversation with my fragrance. These are a few that I go for. I know they're going to smell amazing. They're going to last all night too. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in my next one.